Well, folks, the time is upon us. LEGO has finally revealed all 10 of the new Summer 2025 Ninjago sets officially on their website. So, as per usual, I'm going to be ranking them from worst to best. Let's get right into it. Starting off with number 10, at this spot, I have the Rogue vs. Drix race car duel. I never have much to say for these 4 plus sets. I mean, it exists, period. But, like, seriously, I don't think it's all that bad. It does come with 3 minifigures for $23, which is a really weird price point, I know, but none of those 3 minifigures are particularly super interesting to me. I mean, Drix is obviously the best one by far, but if you want Drix, just get the $10 Zane mech. None of the cars are particularly appealing, and I think this set's biggest problem is that it is just a 4 plus set. I'm not its target audience, and so I don't really love this set too much, which is why it's going to be here at the bottom of the list. Next up, we have another small set, but one that I actually quite like. We have Kai's Motorcycle Speed Race. Now, just because I put this set second to last doesn't mean I actually don't like this set. I actually like this set quite a bit. For one, this set's actually a pretty great value for $10. It comes with 2 minifigures and 2 like opposing bikes, so if you're a kid that wants to play with your Legos, like, this is certainly a great set to pick up for that, just for the play value. But even the minifigures for like minifigure collectors, I think these are 2 great minifigures. We get like a Dragonian Scout, and we also get Kai. It is important to note that it does seem like Kai here is fully with his armor for like the first time in forever. Usually in these $10 sets, LEGO doesn't add the armor, but it looks like they went the extra mile here, so that's definitely a big plus for this set. Overall, a pretty great $10 set. I might just pick this one up. Let's move on to number 8. Next up at number 8, here I have another small set. We have Aaron's Spinjitzu Battle Mech. This set is the next addition in the Elemental Mech line, so as usual, it can swap parts with the other elemental mechs, which is great. The mech by itself, I think, is a really solid mech. I will say after looking at it a bit more, I do like it more than Lloyd's elemental mech, but I still don't like it quite as much as Kai's or Sora's or Cole's. That being said, those mechs are really good, and all mechs that LEGO has put out, like of this style, have been pretty great. Aaron's new color scheme with like the gunmetal gray and the yellow, gold, and orange has always been pretty cool in my opinion, and it looks especially well on this mech. I like the shaping along the legs. This is pretty similar to some other legs that we've gotten, but the feet are new, which I definitely appreciate. The weak part of this set is 100% the minifigure selection, because it comes with this like kind of lame version of Aaron. He doesn't come with his armor, but I mean, I guess that's expected. It does also come with the Spectral Dragonian, who has one of those awesome ghost tail pieces. So overall for $23, pretty solid set in my opinion. Moving on to number 7. The set I'm talking about is the Ninja Combat Vehicle, and I was looking at this set. It seemed to be somewhat like dense, it seemed packed, it seemed like a big tank in my opinion, and that just looked really nice to me in my opinion first when I saw this set. But now looking at closer images, this set, it's just not all that dense. Looking at it from the back, it's completely hollow and empty. So what this set boils down to is basically just 2 $25 bikes and 1 $15 jet and 6 minifigures. Not saying the minifigure selection is bad, the minifigure selection is quite good actually. I love Frack, and especially including Noct in another set is great, but the minifigure selection isn't $35 worth of minifigures, especially because this build is like barely scraping $65. So overall, this set is quite a bit overpriced, I must say. I am a bit lenient on the prices this time around because, yeah, there are certain things going on in the world that make stuff more expensive here in the US, but still, this is too much. Going on to number 6, here I have another set in the overpriced territory. We have Rontu the Master Dragon. This set's just a little bit underwhelming. I guess my biggest problem with this set is that I've seen Rontu in the show. I absolutely love her design in the show, and this set is nothing like her design in the show. Firstly, I think it just has to be the neck. Rontu's neck in the show is just so big, it's like a big giraffe neck, but here, this is barely like, I don't know, 4 studs long. It just doesn't fit Rontu's personality, and maybe that's what's kind of ruined this set for me. But even judging this set based on its own merits, I don't think it's a particularly great dragon. Just the whole back area, it seems a bit thin, and I get that it's going to be thin. Rontu as a dragon is pretty thin, but not only is it thin, but the back just looks so flat. Like, I don't know what it is, but it just looks like they stacked 3 plates on top of each other and put an evil armor piece on top and called it a day. Overall, the proportions just seem a little bit off, and the gray is definitely out of place on this dragon. The minifigure selection is just alright, but $50 is not it for this set. Going on to the top 5 now, here we have Rogue's Mech Dragon Rider. The dragon looks a bit too much like an ostrich, but honestly, I don't mind that. It's creative and it definitely doesn't look bad either. I like the way the legs are made and the shaping around the neck going into the head, that smooth curviness. That was also done really well. The mech overall does fit pretty neatly onto the dragon. The minifigure selection does seem to be a bit lacking for $75 with only 4 minifigures, but considering Lego, I mean, it's 2025, 4 minifigures isn't the worst thing in the world, especially considering we get that amazing exclusive Rocks minifigure, and another Spectral Dragonian is nice to get. So far it does look like the price is just fine, but I mean, I would have preferred 65 or even 70. So moving on to number 4 now, we have Lloyd's Jet Mech. And Jet or Mech, this set does look pretty clean. In mech form, I think it looks nice, compact, and sturdy. I also think it has a nice cockpit space for Lloyd, and the little wings in the back that transform into the jet wings are pretty nice as well. The transformation feature is smooth, and I think in jet form it just looks a little bit better, just because the big pieces that form the mech fit in much more into the design of the jet. We get a nice little skeletal dragon for Kerr. And speaking of the minifigures, we get 5 minifigures for $110. Not the worst thing in the world, especially considering we get that awesome exclusive Kerr. And we also get tiered this time around. I like that they kind of tried to differentiate him by giving him like a unique head mold instead of just giving him different horns. So overall, pretty solid set. I really like this one. I'm probably going to be picking this one up day 1, so no complaints there. Going on to the top 3 now, we have the Fire Knight Mech. And if this set did not say Ninjago on the box, I legitimately would not believe that this was a Ninjago set. This set just looks like an actual model kit. I'm not gonna lie, this looks amazing. I love the cape on the back. The overall shaping around the body and the torso and the arms of this mech was done to perfection. I like the little stand where you like place the mech on top, and it kind of seems to have a battle with some monster coming out of the sea. I guess I should touch on the minifigures. We get 2 of them, this pretty cool new Kai and a fisherman, but clearly they're not the focus of this set. So moving on, this set would be so close to perfect, but it does have one flaw in my opinion, and those are the knees. See, for Cole's Titan Dragon Mech, they had this elaborate mechanism that allowed you to move the knees without opening up the joints, but this set doesn't have it, and when you see the knee bent, it's so clear that we just have gray Technic exposed, and I think that just looks so ugly. But apart from that somewhat minor complaint, this set is amazing, definitely deserving of top 3. Now on to the top 2. Here I have the brand new Temple Bounty, and when I first saw images of this set, I wasn't really a big fan. I thought this set was a little bit too thin, but no, looking at images, it does look to be around 14 studs wide, which is just about what I'd expect. The minifigure selection, again, is a bit lacking. 6 minifigures for $200, but I am a big believer that sometimes a really good build can override a decent to bad minifigure selection, and this build is definitely something else. I love the bounty shaping around the sides and going up to the front. It seems like there's this dragon running throughout, which I think is a nice change. The sails look nice. You have a feature where you can make the thrusters move up by twisting a knob. It also seems like there's a lot of storage space, so overall this is a great model, and the cherry on top was the fact that they decided to include a stand. Including a stand was just so great because now you can pose it in like this position where it's taking off. That looks amazing. Love this set for sure. $200 seems like a pretty good price for this. I might just pick this one up. Now, going on to number 1, the best set of summer 2025 for Ninjago. We have the Guardian Dragon. This one's another Ninjago Legends set, and the last one was so close to perfect, but this one is literally perfect in every single way. I can't think of a single flaw with this set. The minifigure, also Master Wu, is fantastic looking. The green dragon looks amazing. Seems like they've reused Rontu's head mold, which I think works on this dragon pretty well. The big horns, the curve in the body, the wings. I love how the dragon is like standing on top of a rocky structure. That's just such a great display model, and this is one that I'm going to be picking up day 1, June 1st. You can definitely expect like a review of sorts on this channel, so I'm just speechless, honestly. This was similar to how I was talking about the Source Dragon of Motion last year, and this set definitely lives up to that set as well. So that's gonna do it for my ranking. I gotta say, this wave, I think it's a solid bunch of sets. There are some kind of bad prices in here, namely the Ninja Combat Vehicle and Rontu the Master Dragon, but overall, most of these sets have something exciting about them, which I definitely appreciate, and it definitely seems like LEGO took a lot of effort to make this wave unique and stand out from the rest, which again is something that I'm a big fan of. So that's just what I think. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and make sure to check out some of my other ranking videos right after you subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.